We're going to be selling a gold card. You have a green card. This is a gold card. We're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, and that's going to give you green card privileges plus. It's going to be a route to citizenship.
$5 million gold card for US green card. No donkey route, only money route. Decoding US's $5 million golden visa. Top focus at 5 Live with Shiv.
The $5 million gold card announces Trump. It's his new citizenship yojana. Is it rooted in reality, or is it another one of those crazy flourishes that we've gotten used to from the Trump Sarkar? I'm going to decode that because it's something that people are really wondering about. After all, Trump is the President of the United States. Let's go to the headlines first. Rise of a new political alliance in Tamil Nadu. Stalin challenger marks 1-year anniversary of his party. Vijay promises to uphold secularism and democracy. Shah rejects Stalin's delimitation claim, says Tamil Nadu won't lose Lok Sabha seats due to delimitation, claims DMK misleading people with non-issues. Big Bihar cabinet expansion. 7 MLAs from the BJP take oath as ministers. Chief Minister Nitish Kumar expands his cabinet ahead of assembly polls in Bihar early next year. Mass murders in God's own country. 23-year-old kills 5 people and then surrenders. Murders fueled by drugs. Killer Afan went on a murderous drive on his motorcycle. It's the last day of the Mahakumbh today in Prayagraj. The largest gathering on earth began on the 13th of January, ends today with Mahashivaratri. Indian Air Force conducts air display over Prayagraj. US President Donald Trump has announced that he plans to offer what he calls a gold card visa with a path to citizenship. It's only going to cost you $5 million. It's incredible, but he actually said it and he means it. He says he's going to be rolling it out in just a couple of weeks from now. He says this gold card visa with a path to citizenship, for which you have to pay $5 million, replaces a 35-year-old visa for investors. However, the move, if it comes into effect, will compound possibly the woes of skilled Indian professionals stuck in long green card queues and backlogs. The program, this gold card program, driven by Trump's everything's business mindset, is likely to come into effect by April, with around 10 million such gold card visas likely to be up for grabs initially. This proposed gold card visa scheme raises the financial requirement by 5 times to $5 million. That's a huge amount. Hefty price makes it out of reach for middle-tier investors, despite being a much faster and simpler route to getting US residency. The job creation requirement is also done away with, making it hassle-free. It's basically cash and carry towards citizenship of the United States.
We're going to be doing something else that's going to be very, very good. We're going to be selling a gold card. You have a green card. This is a gold card. We're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, and that's going to give you green card privileges plus. It's going to be a route to citizenship. And wealthy people will be coming into our country by buying this card. They'll be wealthy, and they'll be successful, and they'll be spending a lot of money and paying a lot of taxes and employing a lot of people. And we think it's going to be extremely successful. And never been done before or anything like this, but it's something that we're going to be putting out over the next, would you say 2 weeks, Howard? Do you want to say a couple of words about it?
And the EB-5 program, we're going to replace it with the Trump Gold Card, which is really a green card gold, so they'll be able to pay $5 million to the U.S. government. They'll have to go through vetting, of course. We're going to make sure they're wonderful, world-class, global citizens. They can come to America, President can give them a green card, and they can invest in America, and we can use that money to reduce our deficit. Why do we give out lotteries of green cards? Why do we give out EB-5 for green cards? The President of the United States understands that the right answer is, why don't we eliminate the deficit of the United States of America?
I want to go across to India Today's Foreign Affairs editor Geeta Mohan for more on this. You know, Geeta, whenever one hears an announcement of this kind from Donald Trump, you have to remind yourself that it is the US president speaking. This is in some ways outlandish, but very much keeping with brand Trump, looking to disrupt one of his pet subjects, which is people coming into the United States. Just break this down for us. Is this a citizenship yojana that is going to disrupt other avenues for citizenship in the United States? What exactly is this about? $5 million is an enormous amount of money.
Well, absolutely. But it is, while it is going to be a huge disruptor, it will certainly not affect those who are going through the professional route, which is H-1B visa. We've heard Elon Musk, we've heard Vivek Ramaswamy talk about and justify the need for H-1B visas, particularly when it comes to Indians. There are many Indians, Shiv, who are not looking at citizenship. They'd like to go work there. And yes, there's a longer route to a green card, which a lot of people might want to wait. But this is very, very Trump-like, to have not just a disruptor, but also to increase the value. He's saying that $1 million is not worth America's while. And if you want to be an American citizenship by investment, then looking at $5 million, he's increased the cap from 800,000 to 10 million, which is a huge number. There are a lot of people who are looking at American citizenship and might have the money. In a way, he's trying to maybe look at containing illegal immigration, but people who go to America via the illegal routes do not have this kind of money.
Correct.
And the ones who have this kind of money would be willing to pay should they want to give up their citizenship or have dual citizenship. So a disruptor, but right now, if you look at the initial stages, what is it? What does it entail? Do you have to create jobs? It does not have any details on job requirement. EB-5 did. You had to employ people in the United States of America. So there are a lot of details that are still missing. We'll have to wait and see what those details are going to look like. For now, it looks like a proposition where Trump is only looking at reducing the deficit in the United States of America. Will that really invite a lot of people to pay $5 million for citizenship in the United States of America? We'll have to wait and see. How will it impact Indians, especially professionals? As of now, because they have not cancelled H-1B visas, they remain unaffected.
Okay, and also there's lack of clarity on whether this will impact. Obviously, this is completely separate from the illegal immigration conundrum that Trump is cracking down on, but will there be a spillover effect or, augmented delays as far as the huge backlog for green cards is concerned? As Geeta said, there is little clarity on that, but hopefully we'll get that soon. But this is signature Trump. This is, he's going to put out just the big headline, and then maybe the details will come out later and either make everything more dramatic or actually make everything more sober. Let's try and understand this because the proposition itself is tantalizing. Earlier, it was 800,000, for professionals wanting to move to the United States to create jobs. Now Trump is basically saying, forget about all the other conditions. If you can fork out $5 million cash up front, then you get a green card plus. And that puts you on some kind of a fast track towards citizenship of the United States, which is, of course, the big holy grail of what many people going to the United States are really aiming for. Let's get some questions answered by an expert who deals with immigration of all kinds. Dr. Tejinder Pal Singh Nalwa is an immigration expert. Dr. Nalwa, thanks for being with us here on India Today. Immigration to the United States is very much in the headlines these days for all manner of reasons, thanks to Trump's sort of ruthless crackdown on it in the United States. We've seen it affect India as well. But today's announcement of this $5 million gold card yojana, to put you on the fast track to US citizenship. What are your first impressions of it, Dr. Nalwa?
I'm so happy he's doing that because what most of the lawmakers in India couldn't do, he has done in one stroke. So in a way, if anybody who loves India and does not want their talent to go abroad through the donkey stupid route, this is a deterrent which I think Trump has very calculatively introduced. One, to stop this illegal immigration over the years, which has actually jeopardized the American economy. And such a leap of amount, right from $800,000 from EB-5, jumping to almost 10 times more, if I'll say that, 40 crores in Indian money is like, to me, is like, if I have 40 crores in India, probably I'll not do anything. I'm better than living in America with all the facilities of domestic help and hiring drivers and stuff like that. Coming on the legal points, why he did it, that's very important. It has two signals. One, the American economy is in bad shape. It sends a signature. Because if you see global geopolitical situation, right from Portugal to Italy to other golden visas across the globe, the countries which are facing a lot of financial issues and deficit always go for an investment programs. At the same time, Trump, being a businessman, has sent a message that he only wants quality business people. Which means that by inviting in Indian money somebody who could invest 40 crores, he's not going to put that money in an account. Because the rate of interest, definitely, even if it is white money, it has to be white money. Getting all the RBI prior approvals and getting approval from Foreign Investment Promotion Board approvals and 2.5 or 3% rate of interest, which at times is not available.
True, good point.
So he's trying to create business opportunity, employment opportunities through this money. One. Two, he's trying to cover the deficit. Third, to me, he's trying to send a very, very strong signal that America is Big Daddy. We don't want your 800,000. We are too big. So he is trying to send that image, pre-Reagan image, that if you want to be part of the richest economy of the world, you have to be rich to be part of.
Correct. Yeah. And he said that also. In the announcement, he actually says that, with this, I will get wealthy investors here. He's basically indicating, I don't want riffraff. I want people who can, actually afford it and earn the right to be here. And $5 million is the price tag. One can argue and say that, the way he announced it is a little crude. But like I said, that is brand Trump. He likes to cut through all the BS and tell it like it is. He likes clarity as far as that is concerned. But there are unanswered questions. I'll come back to you, Dr. Nalwa. I want to bring Geeta back in for a question on India's concerns on this. India sends a lot of people to the United States, professionally and otherwise. So, are there any immediate, I take your point, Geeta, that there are many unanswered questions, but could there be some initial prima facie concerns, for something like this, as far as Indian professionals going to the US is concerned?
Absolutely, but it's not the professionals. Like I said, Shiv, H-1B visas right now in this announcement clearly shows remain unaffected. But he's replacing EB-5 with the Trump gold visa. Now, if you're replacing it, those who are looking at or their application stand, or those who've been on an EB-5, if that replacement happens from an EB-5 to now having to pay more for a gold visa, then a lot of them will stand to either lose. We do not know the technicalities. Is it going to be retrospective or not? If it's not going to be retrospective, then for those who are applying, they will be really affected. And who are those people? Today, if you look at those who are looking at American visas by citizenship, there are a lot of wealthy Indians who are looking at that route as well. And this has nothing to do with illegal immigrants. Like I said, Shiv, they really can't afford this. This this is the replacement of EB5, which should be a concern because we are yet to see and read the details of how that replacement is going to happen. EB5 visa holders are going to be impacted and affected because he's very clearly said, the Commerce Secretary, that they're cancelling EB5s. So if they're cancelling EB5s, then people will have to shell out 4 million more. And there are a lot of Indians who are on EB5. So that's the category of Indians who should be worried and concerned and in all probability are. And if that is the case, then yes, the Indian administration will also be looking at the details of what this gold visa means, what it could mean and how it could impact Indians who are looking to invest in the United States of America.
So the EB5 route, Dr. Nalwa, bringing you back in, is a route that several Indians have taken to, get into the United States. So there may be more who are considering it. Now it becomes immediately much more expensive. I mean, from 800,000 to 5 million, even though we don't know the details about job creation requirements, etc. A, how are you reading that impact? And B, could there be any spillover effects on the other green card backlogs, etc.?
See, I'll answer the question in two parts. Rather three parts. Shiv, first of all, what Geeta is saying is partially correct. But at the same time, it has been the practice, I don't know which way the term goes, but if you have filed a visa, and at that point of time, it was $800,000 for EB5, and the application was accepted, in my career spanning 35 years, it is the date of filing the law is applicable. So I don't think that a lot of people will be affected who have already filed this visa and have qualified under EB5. Right. That's my take, but as you know, Trump, he can do anything.
Disclaimer is always there.
Yeah, he can take out an ordinance saying, you take your money back, you guys go back and whatnot. But I don't think he will do that because that will break the confidence of people whom he's, if at all he's targeting with 5 million. So he won't do that. If he's a businessman. And logically, legally also, this would become a wrong precedent for the global business migration, number one. Number two, it is a big benefit now for Canada. Because being a next door neighbor and 20 rupees less, dollars is 80 rupees US, and the Canadian dollar is, let's presume, 60 rupees. In $1 million, you can straight away be in Canada. So you are competing with your next door neighbor, where if you become Canadian citizen, you can work in US. So why would I go to US?
Interesting point.
If at all. And then the third answer. Now I'm telling the alternative people will opt for. You open up a company in Canada, work there for 4 years. By this time, this honorable president would be out. Is his second term, is the last term in America. You can't repeat. So by 4 years, that guy would become Canadian citizen. I don't think US and Canada can go to that level that they will break this transatlantic treaty of working the way India and Nepal work or India and Bhutan work. So to me, answering to Geeta's query, number one, he cannot disrupt EB5, who have already fixed application has been done on a particular date.
Indeed.
Two, I agree with Geeta that we'll have to wait for the Trump factor. What exactly is in this? Because I think he will say that if you put in this money, you must create 3 or 4 employments. Which means he's actually targeting groups like Tata and Wipro. No, they are already there. He is targeting mid-sized, high networking individuals who want to invest and start their companies. Now, the fallout of this whole scenario would be, for next 6 months, people will wait.
Okay.
Because even I am not sure what is the legislation would be and what will be the gazette notification.
Okay.
Now, Shiv, since you have taken up this beautiful topic today, we need to understand the changing geopolitical situation in terms of immigration.
Yes.
The whole world is in a very fluid situation. But yes, it can attract rich Ukrainians, rich Russians, and people who don't want to live in Dubai.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Interesting, Dr. Nalva. Thank you for putting that perspective for us. And, after speaking to you, we've answered some of those questions. And it is clear that, there are some things that still need to come out, which will hopefully be detailed in the days and the weeks ahead. But as Trump said, he wants to implement this in the next couple of weeks itself. So hopefully those details will come out sooner rather than later. And here on India Today, of course, we will be reporting it at that time. So Geeta and Dr. Tejinder Singh Nalva, thank you very much, sir, for joining us and giving us that.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on now to, something completely different, but, it is about investment. Jailed con man Sukesh Chandrakar has written to, wait for it, Elon Musk, calling him my man and offering to invest $2 billion in Twitter, or X as it's called now. From Delhi's Mandoli jail, Sukesh Chandrakar also congratulated Elon Musk on leading the US government's new Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. Chandrakar described X as his favorite platform and noted that it is also the preferred social media site of actor and his former partner Jacqueline Fernandez, whom he called his lady love and has repeatedly written to from jail. Well, Sukesh Chandrakar claims that his company LS Holdings had already invested in Tesla stocks and seen significant profits. He said he wants to invest $1 billion in X now and $1 billion next year.